Hello, dears, and welcome back to IELTS with Florina. Today we'll talk about Band 6. And a lot of students say, I need to get Band 6 in my IELTS speaking test. What do I do? Again, we're going to talk about each marking criteria in the IELTS descriptors, and I'm going to tell you exactly what they say and what you need to do. We'll start as usual with fluency and coherence. What does the band descriptor say? Band 6 for fluency and coherence say is willing to speak at length, though may lose coherence at times due to occasional repetition, self correction, or hesitation. Uses a range of connectives and discourse markers, but not always appropriately. What does that mean? It means that you can create long answers with little repetition, self correction, or pausing. This means that you are devoting more time to developing your answers rather than just filling time. Connectors are words like and however, and discourse markers are words like well at the starts of the sentence. And you can use many of these kinds of words, but you may also make mistakes with them, so totally fine. If we're moving to lexical resource, aka vocabulary, the band descriptor says has a wide enough vocabulary to discuss topics at length and make meaning clear in spite of inaccuracies. Generally, paraphrases successfully. Now, what does that mean? It means you can talk about any topic in the IELTS speaking module and you are able to give details. And the examiner knows what you mean, even if you sometimes use the wrong words, and you are good at rewording points. So this is the first part where you have paraphrasing. Moving on to grammatical range and accuracy, the band descriptor says uses a mix of simple and complex structures but with limited flexibility, may make frequent mistakes with complex structures, though these rarely cause comprehension problems. What does that mean? It means you can use complex structures like clauses or conditionals, but you don't use a wide variety of them. And although your complex structures contain mistakes, again, the examiner knows what you mean. And for pronunciation, here you have a little bit of more details. So the band descriptor says uses a range of pronunciation features with mixed control, shows some effective use of features, but this is not sustained. Can generally be understood throughout, though mispronunciation of individual words or sounds reduces clarity at times. Again, as I said, the band descriptors for pronunciation are least helpful more than others. So basically, for band 6, the examiner can understand almost every word you say. You are using some intonation and you are clearly making the correct sounds of English, particularly vowel sounds. And I'm going to give you some examples. If you're a Romanian learner, the most problematic is as in cash, as in apple. And a lot of Romanian students say cash or apple. So again, first language pronunciation influences the way you pronounce words in English. But again, this does not create a problem for the listener, which is the examiner in this situation. So to summarize, what do I do to get band 6? You make answers that are quite long and contain good points. There is a little repetition, self correction, or slow speech, which is still acceptable, but avoid these problems when giving answers on easy topics, especially in part one. You can use a wide variety of connectives and discourse markers and avoid using them over and over again. You might make vocabulary mistakes, but again, the examiner knows what you mean. In terms of grammar, your basic grammar should be good, and try to avoid making numerous basic mistakes, especially with present simple or past simple. You can use complex structures often, but again, don't worry about making mistakes with them. As long as the examiner can understand you, you're okay. With regard to pronunciation, make sure that the examiner can understand you clearly and make sure that you use intonation and get sounds right. And then again, but yes, I need to get to band 6.5. Well, to get to band 6.5, you need to achieve band 7 in one of the four criteria. And here, most candidates do this by getting band 7 for lexical resource. So make sure you check out the next episode. That will be all about the band 6. Stay tuned for the last part in the speaking test to get how to get band 7 in the IELTS speaking test. I do hope you have found this episode useful. If you have, please leave me a comment or a thumbs up. Thank you very much for listening, sorry. And I do hope to see as many of you next time. Until next time, take care of yourselves, drink plenty of water, and keep learning, keep exploring. Bye bye, dears.